Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a familiar scenario in this episode of Hooky Hour, where we have the maid, the ever so present maid, catching the girl taking a stroll out at night. The white-haired girl taking a stroll out at night. Yeah. We also got some nice, creepy background music playing, in reverse as always. I do have a little special pupper down by my side for this episode, or for the next few episodes. So if you do hear some squeaks, some peeps, don't mind it too much. He is just being a little baby. But he's my baby, so I don't mind it too much. And hopefully you don't either, if he does feel the need to interject his thoughts and opinions on certain things. Alright, well, with that said, time is of the essence. Ahem. You needn't fret. One day, eventually, you shall remember all. One day. One day. But only one day. No other day will you remember. What the hell is this? A white rose? Did she leave this here? A flower? What does she think she's doing? Is she trying to aggravate me? That garden, that damn rose garden is the whole problem. There's no steel, and there's no money to be made. Flowers serve no purpose but to deceive. That garden is a sign of weakness. It has no place in this house. Oh, I just got like a bad case of nose whistle. Ugh. Approximately a week had passed since then. The white-haired girl was, as usual, spending her time in her rooms, reading, staying inside the house. Then Maria barged in. Ah, madam! Oh my, you're out of breath. What happened? What happened is we have a big problem. The garden, the rose garden. The garden? All the roses you put so much love and care into growing are being chopped down. We'll lose them all if we don't hurry. Uh-oh. Upon hearing the news, the white-haired girl dashed from her room and toward the garden, with Maria following close behind. Man, whenever I get done with this game, I don't know how long that'll be, but whenever I get done with this game, I have to look up the OST. It is a jam. When she arrived, she saw a dozen or so sweaty, rugged men at work, Jacopo shouting orders. The men clearly had no concept of how much a single flower was worth, no concern whatsoever for their beauty. For they mercilessly, thoughtlessly hacked away at the shrubs like they were naught but weeds. Each flower they tore from the earth extinguished another one of the many lives the white-haired girl had put so much time and effort into tending for. Jacopo, what are you? Oh, hello, Maria. I didn't expect you to come with hair. Man, this guy is just begging for like an evil mustache, evil curly mustache to pinch and tweeze. Why would you do? Why? It goes without saying. This house has no need of a garden. Damn flowers have no place here. Might as well do something worthwhile with the soil. A miniature railroad would be a much better use of the space and certainly a great deal easier on the eyes. Aha! He does replace it with steel, the bastard. I could even get my hands on some genuine wheels. The same wheels being used on the revolutionary Transcontinental Railroad. 10 or 20 years down the line, they'll be worth a fortune. Jacopo, you know how much this garden meant to me, don't you? Oh. Did it honestly have no place here? Flowers have a calming effect on people. They give you peace. Apparently not this guy. They are not by any means worthless. So you're saying that White Rose was your passive-aggressive way of telling me to calm down? Not at all. I simply thought you... At the end of the day, you're just using them for your own purposes, to trick and deceive. To you, this rose garden was nothing but... Jacopo! You've gone too far. This isn't right. Gone too far. This is my mansion. What I do with my property is my business. With that rose arch out of the picture, we'll have a much better view. There won't be anything blocking the sun any longer. Weren't you supposed to be sensitive to sunlight? Spend too much time out here and you're liable to fall ill. Get back inside now. You too, Maria. Ooh. Well, guess that's that. The poor thing, though she did not say a word, was surely thinking, fuck that guy. Are you truly that determined to rob me of my sanctuary? The words twirled around in her head, unable to make the final journey to her lips. She stood there, looking down at her feet as her husband marched off, and listened to the screams of the roses being reaped. After being torn down by Jacopo, the garden reverted to a state of ruined desolation. A shame, after all the work that went into restoring it to the beauty it had under the flaxen-haired family. And as Jacopo has said, in its place went scraps of metal, trade wheels, prototype models, carbon rods. These items may have had a value for him, but I certainly do not think it was worth robbing his wife of a place that made her feel comfortable, just so he could store them there. Besides, I was rather fond of the rose garden myself. The roses seemed to evoke a sense of nostalgia in me. I felt as though, somewhere far beyond the edge of my memories, I had seen another garden of roses, modest though it may have been. I cannot remember when it was. Does that come as a surprise to you? I am quite sure there are periods in the mansion's history of which I am not aware. But in any case, Jacopo had caused many people great pain in order to repurpose that garden for himself, and he continued to walk all over his wife. Just trampled every footstep, all the muddy boots. Whenever she tried to do something kind for him, he would brush her off, saying, "That's not your place." He paid no mind whatsoever to the looks of dejection that rose to her face each time he rejected her. I was beginning to wonder if anything she had said about the man he had been a year earlier was actually true. And if it was true, could a person really go through such a drastic change of heart in such a short time? What do you think, Master? No. I have spoken enough about me already. I seem to be talking a lot about myself this time, but that is hardly appropriate behavior for a maid. Now, let us return to our tale. Ooh, we got like a candlelight dinner? No. No, we do not. That evening, the white-haired girl sat in her room staring sorrowfully at her Phenacus wheel. A small mirror before her, she tried spinning the paper disc, but it was just not the same as before. Her husband was not there at her side, and even more critically, there was not a smile on her face. And then, she heard a faint knock at the door. "Who is it?" "It's me, madam, it's me. May I come in?" "Oh, Maria. Of course. Come in. What are you doing here at this time of night?" "Heh, was just wondering how you were doing. Should I have left you alone?" "Oh, it's no trouble at all. I am always glad to have you." You're making me blush, madam. I got the feeling you are a little down in the dumps. So I'm not here because I need to be. I just kinda ended up here, I guess. Maria. Sorry, I'm not making any sense. I can be a bit of a busybody, you know? Trouble with boundaries, I guess. Never been able to fix that. She's like touching all of her shit. No, I don't consider you intrusive at all. I cannot count how many times your bright smile and cheerful energy have shone a light on me when things were dark. If I didn't have you, I would have given up already. You seem to... sorry. You seem to see right through me. Even now, you're exactly right. I am feeling a little dispirited. That garden was an even bigger life raft than I thought. Perhaps I am being overly dramatic. The roses were almost like children to me. Also, is it just me or did her eyes get like pinkish instead of red when she said that? When she said it was like a life raft. I get it, I do. You put your heart and soul into that garden. Yawns, am I right? It was obvious how much you love them. Although, of course, I didn't get too much sleep last night as of this recording. Because I let little Moxley sleep in my bed right beside me for the duration of the night. And it wasn't, it was not pleasant on my neck. Nor did I wear the sleep machine thing that I'm supposed to that like keeps me from snoring too heavily at night. So yeah, rough night yesterday night was. Last night was, I should say. Of course it's gonna hurt watching a bunch of men stomp all over your flowers when you cared for them like your own children. They're practically stomping on your own children. Now I know I said this once already, but you don't need to force yourself to put up with him, really. You don't have to bend to his will just because you're a woman. Well, okay, yeah, no. This, I guess that statement makes sense in the times. Never mind. I guess we're all right. You can survive without him. Anytime you want to walk away, that's your choice. I mean, sure, it'd be lonely if you left, madam. Your happiness is more important than any of that. So, you know? Thank you, Maria. You know, I like Maria's energy. I like her a lot. Truly do appreciate it. I don't know. I like the cheerful types that like, you know, care about their fellow cast members, I guess. Or at least try to cheer them up or something, you know. Oh, Maria hits the right vibe. Sometimes those characters can overdo it, but I think if you strike that balance of like cheerful, supporty type, then you get some good characters. But I would still like to wait for the day I can see his warm smile once more. If you say so. Well, in that case, guess I'll just have to be there to back you up. It'll be alright. You leave everything to this holy virgin. I'll have a stupid grin on my face no matter how down you're feeling. You really are the reincarnation of the Mother of God, aren't you? Oh, I told you, it's just a joke. Yeah, whatever. So hey, madam, how about a dance? We'll get to that dance next time on Hooky Hour. So until then, I will see you. Bye.